In the bustling metropolitan city of Lagos, deep in the heart of Yoruba land, there lived a wealthy and powerful young man named Olumide. Olumide was blessed with a beautiful wife, 2 loving children, and a thriving business empire. On the outside, his life seemed perfect, but Olumide had a flaw that clouded his success. He was ungrateful. Despite his riches and the love that surrounded him, Olumide never gave thanks to his Creator for his blessings. He took everything for granted, believing his wealth and power were solely the result of his hard work. At home, he neglected to appreciate his wife, Folake, who stood by his side and cared for their family, even when she went out of her way to do something kind for him. Olumide never showed gratitude. He treated her kindness as an obligation rather than a gift. His ingratitude extended to his parents, who had sacrificed so much to ensure he had a good life. Olumide rarely visited them and brushed off their efforts to stay connected. He ignored their advice and dismissed their concerns, feeling that their time had passed and that they had nothing more to offer him. At work, Olumide's employees knew him as a very demanding boss. He reminded them often that he paid their salaries, implying that he owed them no thanks for their hard work. He believed that money alone was enough to keep them loyal and motivated. But life has a way of teaching its own lessons. Slowly, Olumide's fortune began to turn. His business started to falter, and deals that once came easily slipped through his fingers. His wife, tired of being unappreciated and mistreated, decided she had had enough. She left Olumide, taking her children with her. Feeling betrayed and heartbroken, Olumide refused to make amends with her. His pain grew when 2 of his employees, whom he had trusted, stole from his company and disappeared. Other workers, fed up with his behavior, also left, leaving Olumide with only a handful of loyal staff. Alone and overwhelmed, Olumide fell into a deep sadness. He couldn't understand why everything he had worked so hard for was falling apart. One day, an old friend visited him and saw the sorrow that filled his once bright eyes. This friend, wise in the ways of the world, took Olumide to see an Ifa priest, hoping the priest could offer guidance. The Ifa priest, a serene and wise man, performed a divination. The Oduifa Otura Irete was revealed. The priest looked at Olumide with piercing eyes and spoke softly yet firmly. "You, my son, are an ungrateful man. You have failed to give thanks to your Creator, your ancestors, and those who love you. Your lack of gratitude has brought misfortune upon you. You must appease your Ori, Ifa, and your ancestors. Learn to be appreciative of the people around you, for they are the true blessings in your life." Listen to what the Odufa Otura Irete is telling you, the priest told Olumide. Otura Irete says, "Àdúpẹ́ mọ́pẹ́ la wá, àdúpẹ́ mọ́pẹ́. àdóremóre la wà dóremóre. Ẹ̀dá tó bá dúpẹ́ oore àná á rí míì gbà. Adífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà, bàbá mà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè àgọ̀tún. Màmá já dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Òtúrà rẹtẹ̀ Ifá mo dúpẹ́ o. Màmá já dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ orí wa. Òtúrà rẹtẹ̀ Ifá mo dúpẹ́ o. Màmá já dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọfá wa. Òtúrà rẹtẹ̀ Ifá mo dúpẹ́ o. Always give thanks to those around you. Humbled by the priest's words, Olumide realized the errors of his ways. He followed the priest's instructions, performing rituals to venerate his Ori, to show gratitude to his creator, and to honor his ancestors. He prayed for forgiveness and vowed to change his ways. With a heart full of regret, Olumide went to his parents. He prostrated before them, a deep sign of respect, and begged for their forgiveness. He brought them gifts and, with tears in his eyes, told them how sorry he was for neglecting them and that he loved them. His parents, moved by his sincerity, forgave him and embraced him. Their love unconditional. Next, Olumide sought out his wife. He found Folake at her parents' house. He went before her, pleading for her return. He promised to change, to appreciate her, and to be the husband and father she deserved. Folake, seeing the genuine remorse in his eyes, forgave him. She returned to Olumide, bringing their children with her, and together they began to rebuild their family. Back at his company, Olumide called a meeting with his remaining employees. He thanked them sincerely for their loyalty and hard work, acknowledging how much he had taken them for granted. He promised to increase their salaries soon and to treat them with the respect they deserve. His words touched the hearts of his employees, and one of them, a woman named Shade, came forward with a revelation. She knew where the two thieves who had stolen from the company were hiding and had been too afraid to speak up before. Feeling appreciated for the first time, Shade shared the information. Olumide then gave the information to the police. The criminals were arrested, and Olumide was able to recover his stolen funds. Grateful for the support of his workers, Olumide kept his promise and increased their salaries. The news spread, and those who had left began to return, eager to work for a changed and grateful man. Olumide's business began to flourish once more, reflecting the change in his heart. To celebrate the new beginning, Olumide took his parents, his wife, and his children on a family vacation to the Kogosi Warm Springs in Ekiti State. There, surrounded by the warmth of his family and the beauty of nature, Olumide felt a profound sense of peace. He had learned the power of gratitude and the importance of appreciating the blessings in his life. From that day forward, Olumide lived with a heart full of thanks, knowing that true wealth came not from riches, but from the love and respect of those around him.